So I want to start this morning in hopes that we finalize the verdict discussion before the first break. And maybe we can do it a lot sooner than that, and then we'll just get into the instructions. But I tried to communicate with my emails with all of you. And I will try to make a record of those emails. But since we finished yesterday, everyone should have received what I've called draft number 5, draft number 6, draft number 7, then a revised draft number 7, and then draft number 8. Draft number 5, I believe, is consistent with our discussions through the end of the court hearing yesterday. So it sort of represented where the court was at that time, and everybody had made, certain objections, their dissatisfaction with it. Draft number 6, as I explained, I believe in my emails to everyone, simply kept the content of draft number 5, but it separated Dr. Shokar into 2 different questions. Questions 1 and 2 became the negligence question, or questions without the informed consent. Questions 3 and 4 were created, and they involved Dr. Shokar with the informed consent. And then the rest of it just kind of followed suit with the same as copy number 5. I believe that all happened last night, late. Draft number 7, I believe, was draft number 6, but it removed Mr. Schara from the verdict form. So I wanted us to, consider that discussion, because I said in my email last night I still wasn't fully comfortable with him being on the verdict form. So my thought was, when we'd start today, we'd have what we finished with yesterday. We'd then have this draft number 6, which separated the informed consent from the negligence, which I think is what you were pushing for, Attorney Guzzi. And then draft number 7 would be that updated number 6, and in the event that we didn't include Mr. Schara, it would kind of be what that looked like. Draft number 8 of the verdict form, which is the one that was photocopied and handed to each of you by staff just a few minutes ago. And I think the most recent version of that was sent to you at approximately 8:30 this morning. That I'm probably most comfortable with right now. So I'd like to just kind of start with that. And if you like number 5 or 6, then talk about it when you have your position. But I'm going to walk through my thoughts on it and explain the reason that it's drafted the way that it was. I agree with Attorney Guzzi that with respect to Dr. Shokar, there should be an ultimate fact question for both the negligence involving care and treatment, and an ultimate fact question involving informed consent. Draft number 8 has those questions as number 1 and number 3. I think it's best, it's cleaner, and it's probably more in line with what the jury instructions suggest or encourage us to use. When I made that distinction or separated those out, you probably noticed that the 3 negligence questions as it relates to care and treatment are now listed as 1A, 1B, and 1C. And the three sub-questions that involved informed consent are now listed as 3A, 3B, and 3C. You will notice in the draft instructions that I sent to you that the opening paragraph talks about 8 questions. And then there are different categories of additional questions. And we can get into that later, but I tried to distinguish between, the